What up, you guys? Mr. Minnie1235 here again, back for a new review, Daft Punk, Random Access Memories. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am an expert at all of Daft Punk's music. Like I told you before, the only album that I've ever really paid a lot of attention to was Discovery. But honestly, after listening to that, I was intrigued with these guys. I never went deeper into their discography. I should have, but for some reason after I heard the single Get Lucky, I got really excited for this album. Now, is this album going to please everybody? I don't think so. But personally, for me, I think it's pretty damn good. This album is definitely not one of those where you're going to be all like, yeah, going out to the club tonight, better throw in some Daft Punk, harder, badder, faster, stronger. This is definitely not the album for that. This is a very stay-at-home album. This is a very, I'm going to take a road trip by myself, so I need something to listen to in the car album. This album is very chill, in my opinion. They're really electronic beats. There's a whole lot of piano-driven songs on this album. There's a whole lot of really minimalistic synthesizers on here, and a whole bunch of funk. That's the biggest thing about this album that I wanted to mention. There's a really good influence on 70s funk music going on in this thing. It's really cool. I really love how they incorporate this into the electronic music. The album starts off epically on the song Give Life Back to Music. It's the perfect opener. I love the robot vocals on here. I love Daft Punk's robot vocals. I really do. I think they're so cool. They sound really good. They're just, they're so Daft Punk. I love it. The album starts off great, then slides on into the next song, which is called The Game of Love. And this one here is a really slowed down track. Really different from the first one. It started out strong and then immediately went slow. But honestly, I love this song. I love how chill it is. I love how the drums sound. Not just on this song, but on the whole album. The drum production is just really crisp. I love it. I love how it sounds. Once again, I love the robot vocals on this track. I love how it slides up and down and stuff like that, and just musically, I don't know, it's just really good to me. It's really chill. I get into this. And then the next song, Giorgio by Moroder, or I can't say that last word, but simply, I love this track. I really love the beginning speaking part on this. I know a whole lot of people will probably be annoyed by this, and in the beginning I was too, but if you really listen to what he's saying, it sounds like something that inspired Daft Punk to make this album. Apparently the guy talking is a music producer who kind of started the whole synthesizer music thing back in the 70s. And he's talking about creating music from the sounds of the 60s and the 70s, and also the sounds of the future. And honestly, it sounds like he's describing the sound of this album to me. I think it kind of inspired Daft Punk, and I like how they put that vocal in there. And then the rest of the song is this really cool, long, drawn-out synthesizer part. It's a little repetitive, it changes up there in the middle, and then goes back to what it was before with some really cool drums that kick in. It's repetitive, but at the same time, it just kind of flies by for me. I love listening to it. Like I said, this is really chill. It's just a fun album to just sit and listen to. I can be browsing the internet, put this album on. It's just, I enjoy it. The next song, oddly, is actually my second favorite song on this album, Within. It's a piano-driven song with Daft Punk vocals on top of it. The robot vocals, I love the melody of this song. I love the chorus of this song. It gets stuck in my head. It's really emotional. It gives me those happy little tingles all over my body when I listen to it. I think it's really good. Same thing with the next song, Instant Crush. I really like the lyrics on this song. I really like the chorus on this song. I really like the music in it. Kind of goes back to having that funky guitar in there, just like on Get Lucky. Same thing with Lose Yourself to Dance. The only thing that I can say about this song, I wish it had a little bit more going into it, because the song is called Lose Yourself to Dance, but simply, it's a little bit too repetitive. I feel like this song could have been cut back a little bit. It's a very minor complaint. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more going on in the track, but it's still a good song. Touch is definitely my least favorite song on this album, the next one. I don't really like how drawn out it is right there at the beginning, and I don't really like the vocals on the first guy speaking, whoever it is. I forget the collaborator's name. I don't like how his vocals sound on there, but I mean, the rest of the song, I think it's really interesting when the strings come in and stuff like that. I just wish that it was arranged a little bit differently. Then you know how I feel about Get Lucky. This song is an extended mix, and it's way better than the radio edit, in my opinion. I love this song. You simply know that. And then Beyond, I really like the next song on this album because it sounds like The Police and Air. If The Police and Air made a song together, this is what it would sound like. And being that those are some of my favorite bands right there, I love this song. I think it sounds really cool. I really like the picking guitar in the background with the robot vocals, and it just sounds really epic at the beginning with the stream section. I could go on and on and on about how Motherboard is like a really long instrumental piece. I really like the flute in this one. There's a whole bunch of different instruments flying in and out of this track. It's just really chill. Once again, that's the best way to describe this album. It's like 70s funk, but really chilled out with synthesizers on it. It's good. I can't explain it. It's really good. I mean, the last song on this album, Contact, just sends it off on this huge fucking thing. This white noise comes up at the end of the track, and it sends it off on a really epic way. I really got into this album. A whole lot of people have said that it sucked, but, you know, I liked it. So, yeah, I recommend you guys check this out. I mean, maybe you'll like it too. Like I said, just keep in mind, just because it's Daft Punk, do not expect really big club bangers on this thing like One More Time, because you're not going to find them here. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to have to take yourself out of that thought about this being a Daft Punk album, this being a huge like club banger and fucking electronic masterpiece. It's really chill. I'm just going to warn you guys right now. So if that's what you're expecting, I'm sorry. It's not here. But I liked it, personally. So check it out, you guys. We're going to be back with a new questions and answers video this weekend. So subscribe. It's going to be fun. Mr. Money 1, 2, 3, 5. See you guys later.